And hello, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you. You guys, I appreciate it. We are getting ready to do a reading for Cancer. I am trying to get back on some kind of schedule, you guys. It's been crazy. Since switching jobs and everything, it's just been crazy. So we are going to go ahead and do Cancer. All right. Okay. All right, Cancer. We did start with some shadow work. We're going to start with doing some shadow work right now, you guys. Just feel like it's important that we are staying on top of our shadow work right now. Staying centered and grounded and authentic with our highest selves. There is a card that flew out, so, I mean, let's check it out. Eternal Gatekeeper. Acknowledge, assert, and protect what is right for you. I was just feeling that. I was just talking about that. Acknowledge your truth. Acknowledge your being. Assert yourself. Protect your energy and what is right for you. I've been feeling this really strongly. It's been building up for a while, and it's just getting stronger. Like what I am watching, what I am listening to, what I'm paying attention to, the places and the people and the surroundings and what I'm letting influence my energy is really important. I think for everybody right now, but especially right now for you, Cancer. So let's go ahead and read this Eternal Gatekeeper. The featured guardian has her eyes closed. She makes decisions according to her spirit self's guidance and not based on external or societal influences and expectations. As a spiritual warrior, she tunes into her heart's rhythm to hear and obey her spirit self's voice. Simultaneously, she allows and denies access to multiple facets of herself and her life. She walks forward and into greater clarity, while what is behind her further disintegrates. She deliberately co-creates her present with authentic intention by choosing to release herself from any reality that no longer serves her, and by boldly stepping into what does. The Eternal Gatekeeper supports you in practicing your right to change your mind at any point. What and who you allow, this is exactly what I was just talking about. What and who you allow into your life and how far is always up to you. Something that is right for you now may not be in 5 months, years, or decades. This is perfectly okay. Yeah, we are allowed to change our mind, you guys. We're allowed to change. We're allowed to protect our energy. We're allowed to say, no, I don't like to watch that kind of TV anymore. I don't want to fill my house with that kind of energy anymore, or my body with that kind of food anymore, or whatever it is. I think that's been a real strong message I've been getting also. It's just taking time for my authentic self, my authentic nature, what I want to do. Not doing something I don't want to do just because I feel obligated or whatever the rapport is in my head. So that's important, you guys. This is perfectly okay. It's a natural outcome. It is the natural outcome to instances where growth transpires in a different direction from another. An organization or a circumstance, such as switching jobs, switching neighborhoods, switching what you watch, switching what you listen to, switching what you read. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of that change and transition going on right now with a lot of people. It is okay to say no to what you had once allowed. If your body, spirit self, and emotions are a no, your heart's truth is no, despite any protests of logic. I love that. I love this. It may be a time where choosing again in areas that you are off your mark proves particularly pertinent. Check in with how aligned you are with your spirit self's truth. To recognize and take responsibility for making authentic and empowering choices is a gift to spirit self that keeps giving. The power and strength in seeing things for what they are and acting on them by making the right choices for you are fourfold. While a person, opportunity, or situation might be attractive and look good on paper, I did get this message when I started to do a reading yesterday, and I didn't get into it further, so it was for Cancer, but it was about shattered dreams, and it was about our reality and how far away our dreams sometimes feel, because we're looking at the physical reality of it rather than holding that vision. And we know things take time. So there's just an important energy on holding that energy, holding that space for your dreams, for your vision, for the highest nature or your highest calling or whatever that may be to you. So let's go ahead and get some more on this. This is a really nice skin, guys. The Eternal Gatekeeper. I love that. Okay, let's get some cards. Hope everybody's doing well. I've just been busy. Let's see, let's go here. We got the Nine of Cups. Self-contentment, self-happiness. You know, this is being content. This is being satisfied with especially your emotional well-being. Having done a lot of work on leaving a lot of things behind with the Eight of Cups that just don't make you happy anymore. And now we're sitting at this place where I got what makes me happy here. I feel content. I feel satisfied. You know, the card after this is that Ten of Cups, and that's sharing it with the family, the community, the friends, etc. But let's get this one here. Oh, Ten of Cups. We're right there. So this is at the root. So this is what is driving us. We are trying to bring our own. See, that's a when you're happy with yourself and you're content with yourself and you're happy and you're being truly yourself, your authentic self, and you're serving your true nature, your highest nature, it does bring you a lot of gladness and happiness. Yeah, there's always going to be like stressful times and stuff, but you bring that to everybody else. It shows in everything you do. This is attaining that the full circle of emotional contentment and happiness, being able to get that for yourself and then also share that with everybody around you, your family, your friends, your community, your social group, whatever it is. And then we got that and I was feeling this, the Eight of Swords in the, that would be in the top. Okay, so this is just overcoming any self-blocking, self-sabotaging that you're doing by telling yourself you can't achieve something, or you can't be happy without that, you can't be happy without that. And it's taken me back to the reading I was starting to do about the shattered dreams and how we can't let that discourage us just because something's not like right here in the physical. Can't let it discourage us and keep us stuck and stagnant in a place where we don't dream and we don't feel content or happy with what we have achieved and what we are achieving. So let's see. Oh, nice. Oh. Eight of Rings. This is like the Eight of Pentacles. This is hard work paying off. This is work, you know, this is in the past. So this is, you've been working hard on the material. And this was also in that. I really wish I would have been able to finish that reading, but it just didn't. It just wasn't coming to completion the way the energy shifted. It was just an interruption. But the Eight of Rings is about working on something, working on the details of something, the details of happiness, the details of being content, self-content. So you probably, if this is resonating with you, you've been working on yourself. You've been working on your physical matters to make yourself feel more emotionally content. And a lot of the times, all of this stuff is intertwined. You know, if we have like what we do to make us happy, like I've been making like my jewelry and stuff. Well, that takes physical stuff to do that, to do something that makes me happy. I need some physical resource, right? And resourcefulness has been a message for everybody, being really resourceful. That Queen of Pentacles has been coming through, and the King of Pentacles, it's very earth energy. I believe Uranus is in Taurus right now. So we're really realizing what we need materially and on the earth plane to make us feel good, satisfied, and also that stuff that we can also share with others. Like I've made necklaces for other people. This last couple weeks, I've been just giving them away. Just here, I made this for you, like, and filling it out, you know. And then I pick a card and I put it in with the jewelry, and it's just really makes me happy. So it takes that physical matter to bring that emotional like clarity and satisfaction and contentment to me. So that's just an example. And I am a Cancer sun. So, this is somewhat resonating with me also. But yeah, a lot of paying attention to detail, working hard to get the resources and using the resources that you have to build something that's positive and great and bigger than what one bead is one bead, but a whole bead makes a necklace, a whole bunch of them make a necklace. So being really resourceful with what we have and building something bigger and that has more of an impact when it's done because we've paid attention to those details. So that is a nice message. Let's get down this one. Nice. We got the Spirit of Swords. I want to say the spirit in this deck is it's the Knight or the Page, but I'm not sure. I want to say it's probably the Page. I don't know though. Actually, let's just look for a second. Sorry, guys. I'm going to pause this. Okay, so it's the Knight. I believe it's the Knight because the others are very reflective energy, which is more like Page energy. So, and this also came up for somebody else, and this is really about staying the course, sticking to your goal or your plan or your production, what you are producing, what are you creating. It feels like there is been doing a lot of stuff, paying attention to a lot of detail, building something bigger that's making you very happy. This could be a business. This could be a hobby. This could be an art. This could be just something that you have put the physical work into making something that makes you happy. We also got this at the top, this overcoming fear. So if there is some kind of getting out of your head, and you could be doing this to get out of your head also, it really helps when we start feeling stagnant or like we can't do anything or we feel stuck, to do something, to pick something and start doing it, whether it's just anything, reading, coloring, do beadwork, paint, write a poem, whatever, read, find a good show to start watching that's obviously good for your mind, body, spirit. But this is about overcoming those obstacles. If there is because it is swords, so it is a mental, if there is any feelings of feeling stuck on something, or like you can't go any further with something, or you're worried about that, because it's about overcoming those fears and staying eager and determined to get through any of the fogginess and the feeling of I can't go further with this, or it's your brain, your own brain stopping you from moving forward with something that's really making you happy, and you've put a lot of physical work into, a lot of detail, paying a lot of attention to, and just making what you have work. This is awesome, and it does have a lot of potential, and it's making you very happy, whatever this is. That's awesome. That's really nice. I like that, Cancers. And I do these during the rising. So if you are a Cancer rising, the energy in the air right now is the Cancer rising. Also, Mars is in Cancer right now. So we got a lot of that Mars energy, which is about getting it done. Executing it, like achieving something, making something happen. It's in that Cancer energy right now. I'm making something, I know with me and my son, it's like making me want, I'm feeling that eagerness and that determination to show something for my work, for what, like, it's weird because it's like attaching part of me to something physical. Kind of like how the sun is so far away we can't touch it or anything, but it's very physical and it's in our day-to-day. It's there all the time. And sometimes we take it for granted unless we see it and we can appreciate it and like take a minute to just, we don't want to look right at the sun, of course, but it's like taking that time to appreciate what you can see and what is there, like keeping you warm, keeping you content, keeping you happy. What is sustaining your day-to-day, for the Cancer sun, and with that Mars energy, it's feeling really like doing something that makes me happy, like this is really, look at the Four of Cups. So you may be, this is going back to this Eight of Swords. It's just feeling like there could be some thinking about how far maybe you've come, reevaluating your what you're doing with your time, your resources, your energy. You could be thinking, or what else do I need to do to continue this, to move me further along in my healing process, whatever it is. But taking those steps and staying on path and staying very like determined about it. This is definitely feeling that Mars energy too. And then just knowing that you're not, if you find yourself bored or unfulfilled, or you could be thinking, oh, okay, I need something new to do. I want to find something new. Four Cups, usually, there's this energy of spirit offering you something that's truly going to make you happy instead of choosing the same old, same old. So this is really feeling like you've been trying something new, or you're thinking about trying something new to get away from some stagnation. There could be some slight fears about, can I get through like the mental obstacle of whatever this is, the goal, or there's like, it feels like there could be some, and then we got the World, completing something, achieving something, fulfilling something, something completion here, and feeling fulfilled and finished in something. And it has something to do with your emotional. It's very like there's this feeling of like having used all your resources and paid attention to the details to get content and happy with yourself and your life right now, and then sharing that with others. And that's why you wanted to do this, so you could connect to others. And yet there's still this feeling of maybe still feeling not connected necessarily to what you want to be connected to. Maybe you're still connected to some things, but you're reevaluating or rethinking some of the things maybe that you have connected your energy to, and that you may no longer want to connect your energy to. And I believe that's when this eternal gatekeeper comes in and is saying, remember, it's okay. You can change your mind on what you have attached your emotional energy to or your physical energy to. You're allowed to change your mind, and you're allowed to protect your energy. And the Four of Cups can be draining if you keep putting energy into stuff that doesn't make you happy anymore. So that is and then we got the completion, the finishing of the I figured it out. Like, woo, this does not make me happy anymore. I'm focusing my energy in this direction because it is fulfilling. I feel good and complete when I do this with my energy, my time, my resources. We got the Eight of Wands, those messages. So this feels really good. It feels like things are coming into, everything's feeling aligned. Feels like you could be getting a lot of confirmation from the universe, maybe from things that are happening, messages you're getting, or places you're going, or whatever, that's showing that you have made a lot of progress. You may be getting even some acknowledgement, at the bottom of this card, the gatekeeper, acknowledgement, acknowledge, assert, protect what is right for you. And it feels like there's been a lot of progress, and you can feel that progress. And if you aren't, or you're hoping, also this is another message, that this path of like releasing these things that are making you stagnant, which it looks like you've done a lot of that. If this is your reading, and closing up this chapter where you're like, oh, now I get it. Now I understand this, how I have to work in this area, especially with the physical, to make me feel a certain way, and where I can share that with others. And it's like getting over this huge mind obstacle of like, what's stopping me from being me? What's stopping me from saying no to the things that don't feel good for me, or saying yes to the things that do? That's the message I'm getting. And the Spirit of Wands, yes. So what feels good? And I don't mean like emotionally necessarily. I mean like spiritually, what feels good? What lights your fire? What makes you happy? What makes you want to keep going? What makes you want to just makes you happy? You get done with it, or you go to do it, and you're like, yes, this makes me so happy. Like I only want you to choose the things that make you feel that way, and that's what you're wanting for yourself. You want to feel excited about what you're doing. I feel like that's the process that the cancers that this is resonating with are, that's what it's saying. It's, you are doing that. That is the process you're in right now, is kind of a new adventure, kind of looking at the old things and going, I know that stuff doesn't make me happy anymore. Thank goodness I figured that out. Close that chapter up. And now I'm going to receive what I need to receive, and only let in what I choose to let in, that's in alignment with me, that feels good for my spirit and helps me feel content and happy. And then there's this, let's look on the bottom here too. The Emperor, yes. Where I'm in control of my world. I'm in control of my universe. I'm passionate about what I'm doing, what I'm building, what I'm working on. This is a really strong energy for a Cancer reading, especially I feel like Cancers have came so far in the last 4 or 5 years. I know with it just being my sun and my Mercury, it's just crazy how far that energy has went from being kind of submissive, but like passive aggressive and like quiet, to, and like kind of almost ashamed of the emotional part of the Cancer, the soft part, really protective, really defensive, really confused about, I know emotions are good, but are they? Because they've gotten me in a lot of pickles in life, and I've had to feel a lot. But then being able to talk about that and really share that with others and not feel any certain way about it. This is just part of me. I'm an emotional person. I have to be happy. Like if I'm not happy, it's miserable and it's down. I don't know if you guys can relate. If you're a Cancer, when you're down, you're down. Like happy is happy. Like, we want to do what makes us happy. And a lot of times, that thing that makes us happy ends up making the people around us happy, because we like to show people that we care, and we like to nurture people, and we like to, but we like our appreciation too, So that is kind of one of the shadow sides to. But it's not too much to ask for people to appreciate a good person like that. Like when you're putting forth your effort to try to make, and you've put forth the work to make you healthier, you happier, because you do have that deep hope that it's going to make those around you healthier and happier, and you achieve that, it's a feeling of satisfaction. It does, in gratitude. Be thankful always for spirit in our lives. But that is coming through strong. Okay. I love that, Cancers. I love that. Eternal Gatekeeper. Let's just get one of these. Adams. I love this. Okay, so I've been looking at charms. I'm definitely getting it now. I'm not even playing. So I think I did a reading like before I did. It might have been in the last round of readings, but I went and I was looking up, and this is right before I started I always kind of have made jewelry, but I've been on like a jewelry making binge. It's just been making me happy. So I'm doing what makes me happy. And I was looking at the atom, like an atom charm, like the actual scientific atom, and I'm going to get it. I'm going to make a necklace of it. But it's always reminds me of, and it's what I was talking about at the beginning of this reading, how one bead is one bead. It reminds me of the pearl message I got in the sand. It reminds me of the thing I just said with the beads, like one bead is one bead, but you take a string of beads and you end up with a whole creation. That's that 8 of rings, that 8 of pentacles, taking and putting all the things together, the small things together, and working really hard on each small thing, and it makes something really great at the end, and you feel very accomplished. And it's something you can also pass on, something others can see and appreciate also. Atoms, it's like we're more than just, what is it? The saying I'm thinking of is the sum of all of our parts. I don't have the saying right off my head, but I am going to read this. 40. These are really short, so building. That's what this is. That's what this 8 of rings is. You've been building something here in the physical. Atoms are very physical. It takes the protons, the neutrons, all the stuff makes the physical. And this was also in the message about the shattered dreams, and how our physical reality, our dreams are like way ahead of us energetically, and our visions are way out there. And physically, it takes it a while to manifest, So just because we can't see it doesn't mean we shouldn't believe in it. But of course, we as humans, and logical, especially if we keep our logical minds about us, we're like, okay, we don't want to get too far out there. But in all reality, it takes a while for, I was just having this conversation about music and my generation. I saw a little meme or something and it said, Generation X is mad because if you ever wonder why they're mad, it's because they had a record collection that they had to replace with a tape collection that they had to replace with a CD collection, which they then had to get an MP3 player, which now we have to stream our music to listen to it. And that's what it's reminding me of. It's like this really, but that's fast. Like, it's manifested fast. Like, if you think about it, I mean, all that change in technology and music and the way we entertain ourselves or the way we make ourselves happy has changed dramatically in the last 30 years. It's just, it's amazing. It blows my mind every time I think about it. But it says everything is connected by the same building blocks of matter. You are electric and vibrating in motion. This has been a message too with sound and vibration and just paying attention to what you're letting in your energy field, what you are allowing in your mind, your body. Everything's so connected, so much more than people, I think, sometimes even want to. It's like, it's a lot to think about. Oh, it's really big message here. And it says, you are electric and vibrating in motion. Being stagnant in your beliefs and growth is unnatural. And that's why it's going back to this card also, saying it's okay to change your mind. If you feel like something's stagnant, you still feel like a part of your life is stagnant and is not making you happy anymore, and Spirit's offering you something different, take it. You know, close that chapter, that book. It's time for a new adventure. And it's time to start a new adventure, and that's something that's going to make you excited. The Spirit of Wands, that Knight of Wands, going after what lights your spirit up. I love that. And it says, building and changing is natural. There is room for infinite variety. I love that. I love that. The Atom. It's okay to not stay the same. It's okay to change, and it's okay to just, it just is. Everything's I was just saying we're just so flexible, especially if you're in your 30s, your 40s, 50s, even 60s. I mean, keep going. Y'all are learning to use the same phones when you started out on a rotary and a corded phone too. You know, we've seen all these changes, and we're so flexible and mutable. And it's all part of evolution. It's all part of our changing and shifting physical reality that was imagined before it was actually created in physical form. You know, the thought is always there before the physical form. Mystery. So, and as I was saying that, you know, this is reminding me of the mystery of like what we're creating together as a collective also. You know, what are we creating? It's a mystery. There's like this unknown beauty. I love that. On the bottom, maybe we're creating a lot of beauty. We just got to keep our heads in the game and stay focused and not let things block our energy or take away our energy or use our energy for things that we don't want. Isn't part of our vision, doesn't make us happy, doesn't light us up. That is a big message. Okay, mystery. I love that. And you know, I'm seeing the same kind of image here too also. Look at that. She's looking out in wonder, in awe at the world around her and saying, what is going to be built next? What is the next adventure? What is the next thing? And I get that same energy here, sitting on the boat, looking out at this big atom going, what is this building? What is this creating? It's very manifest energy with Cancer right now. And at least it's coming through in the Cancer energy. But that makes sense with Mars there sitting in Cancer. So that makes a lot of sense with stuff really happening and moving in Cancer. Okay, so I am going to get, we're going to go ahead and get one of these for you guys. Well, that was quick. And it was just one, too, so thank you, Spirit. Witness of Beauty. I love that. And I'm going to read that. This is a beautiful deck. Had it for a long time, but I do love the writing. I'm going to hold this up because the image is really pretty, too. Look at that, the whole body. The whole body just lit up. Okay, let's read it. Witness of Beauty. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Noises, voices, words, and scenes. This incessant mind does not stop. Hey, wait a second. I'm here. I'm right here. It is only me who can govern myself. I am sovereign, free. I revoke the power that I have given the outside authorities. I take back the excess power that I have given to my own mind. Oh, this is so right for this reading. No one nor anything can take away my energy. I'm connected to the source, and I embrace my presence to fill that connection. I am witness to the beauty of this world. Present is the word for this card, being present in the moment, and being very mindful of what we're giving our energy to and how it's affecting our energy, how it's affecting our manifestation. I am presence. I am my true nature beyond name or form. I am present in my chest, in my body, in my whole being. Yes, I am present with my whole self. I love that. Cancer, this is a really nice reading. I'm loving it. We're going to get an affirmation card real quick. Six of Cups. I love this. I'm feeling a little nostalgic myself. Six of Cups. And, having that childlike wonderment, like what's next? But this is really nice because this also reminds me of doing something that makes me happy. That innocent, childlike nature that we all have, where we did something did something that made us happy. Like we were just talking about music, and I was like, man, they don't even have a top 40 anymore. Like, that's weird. How do we know because I got this message to kind of see what everybody's listening to, because I listen to my own music, of course, because that's how it's wired now. That's how our technology is wired. Everybody's got their own stream of music. If you're in that genre, you're listening to their new music. If you're in that, but it used to be just all the music was in the top 40, and you knew like what the top songs were, so you knew what everybody's energy was kind of feeling, what they were resonating with. And now it's just very like branched out. And of course, I did look, and Spotify's top one was a Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga song called I think it's like If I Die, I Want to Die Next to You, or something like that. It's some kind of, but that was the top song. It's kind of a love song, but then they had a little list, but I'm like, it's so weird, because how do you even track what everybody's listening to anymore for real, when everybody's kind of got their own thing? But there's AI now, and there's like, okay, everybody on Spotify is listening to, most people are listening to this song or this song. I'm more of a folk. I like to listen to like Trevor Hall and like Nako and Medicine for the People, and I have the Lumineers, Monsters of Men, just more like folky stuff. But I love my alternative, and I love my rock too. So, a little bit of country. It doesn't hurt nobody either. But I do not like screamer music for the most part. But talking about the music and all that today was kind of nostalgic, because I remember sitting there and recording, trying to get my favorite songs off the top 40. And it's just, wow, we've came so far so quick. And yet when we have these dreams or these visions for the future, we're like, they feel unattainable. They feel unreachable. But tell that to the person that dreamt of music being on a little tiny MP3 player when there was only records, Tell that to the person who thought, oh man, it'd be nice not to have to look at my gas gauge, for goodness sakes, like get told when I need to do something with my car. Like, it's just, there's so much. So it's all happening. It's just a matter of time when that stuff comes to fruition. But the Six of Cups is about nostalgia stuff, happiness, innocence, doing something that makes you happy just because it makes you happy, not any other reason. And also remembering those good memories, those good childhood memories. So that is, it says, I remember and treasure past happiness. So if you're having any kind of, maybe something with this reading is connected to something that made you happy when you were younger. Maybe you're doing a hobby or doing something like that you used to do when you were younger, that you're finding a lot of pleasure in again as an adult. And remembering, it's like, remember when I picked up my hula hoop again as an adult, and I just love it. And, playing with just making jewelry, just coloring, just whatever makes you happy. I think this is just saying, remember, do what makes you happy. And remember what made you happy. Remember where some of your best memories came from. Was it playing outside in hay bales? What mine was. And you know what? I love to go outside, and if I could find a hay bale, sure. I might break out in grass hives, and it might bother me more than it did when I was a kid, but it would be very nostalgic, and it would probably make me very happy. And I like the smell, and there's nostalgic smells, and there's stuff you can do to just kind of light your fire back up. So that's a reminder for us Cancers here, is to remember and treasure those past happiness, the past happiness. Let's see what we need to surrender. This is a really strong, good reading. I'm feeling it. Let's just do this. Yeah, try it again. There we go. Surrender to receiving support and love. I love that. Allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So if there is something, you need support in, or you need, maybe you need just to really, you need somebody to just inspire you a little, or they're reaching out and they're trying to support or help you as you're trying to do something, build something, finish up something, maybe release something. With that Four of Cups, maybe switch your energy to something different. Let them help you and guide you and support you. This could be a group. This could be just a family member, a friend. This could just be a really good, even book or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be. There's been a lot of things that can help people through those stuck times. And it says, just don't try to handle everything yourself. It takes the pressure off. So if you're feeling a lot of pressure, which that could be this Eight of Swords too, is feeling a lot of pressure, feeling like, oh, I can't do this all. Like, I got a lot to do and I can't do this all. Or maybe I'm afraid of releasing or letting go of some things that, and telling that person, no, I'm not doing that for you because I need my energy for me. I'm afraid of rejection, or I'm afraid that nobody's going to like me because I ain't doing what they want me to do. And I ain't spending my energy doing what they want me to do with it. It's your energy. Honor that. Protect that. Eternal gatekeeper. And protect your dreams and your manifestations and your visions, okay? That's really beautiful. So just, if you need a little support, find somebody really trusting and loving and supportive. And it's okay to lean on people. Sometimes it's hard when we're used to, like, hey, I can do this by myself. I can do this on my own. There's been a lot of messages in the readings so far about connecting and reaching out to people, feeling connected, like you're kind of working on the same thing, if that makes sense. So find maybe some like-minded people, or somewhat. Let's see. Let's just pick that up. Be present. This came up in another reading, and I just pick it up, and that's where it split. This has been a message now. Twice gotten this card. Can't remember if it was Gemini, but be present. Be present. Be in the moment. Be now. And use your energy right now to make you happy, to put yourself into what you're doing, and make sure what you're doing is something you want to put your energy into. That's the final message, Cancers. So as always, I appreciate you guys coming and watching your reading. And as always, I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. Find that thing that makes you excited, happy, and do it. If you're feeling stagnant, get up and find that thing. Think of those things that made you happy when you were a kid. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you later.